Hey, thanks, Kelly.
So what did the analysts say? Because whatever they said is probably going to do the opposite.
That's right, yeah. So I expect Hell to be banned out of first position and Xing Chen to go through twice.
2 times,
Two
and then it'll
Xing
be
Chens.
banned twice.
Yeah, that's right.
Peckies.
So, yeah, guys, it's game number 4 coming your way. I don't think, well, none of our analysts and certainly very few people, I think, out there had this one sitting at game 4 2-1 in favor of Dignitas. Popular wisdom would be it'd be 2-1 for Paradigm in this position, but instead it's Paradigm with their backs against the walls.
Oh, hi.
And yeah, I was like, there's 2 Super Regionals logos.
Don't forget,
Hey,
guys, Bart
there
and
he
I are
is. Bye
gonna
bye,
be
XT.
joined
And
once
Variety
again
is now once again a normal mortal.
by Emilzy. Emilzy?
Emilzy. Too easy for Emilzy.
Yeah. So yeah, Xing 10 getting taken away. If it does go to game 5, I'm expecting the Paradigm will forget that he exists again.
And Bastet banned. All right, now we're in just the...
We're just doing whatever.
Who cares? Ban whatever you want. Points don't matter. It's all made up. What's that Twitter handle?
No, now you got to do a skit.
At LC_MEMILZY, yeah?
Yeah.
Look at him.
Watch your mouth.
I Z'd it. He's an EU.
Watch
I had
your
to
mouth.
Z. I would have said
Zeds.
Z. It's a Z for me.
When
It's a
Hanuman
Z.
first started saying
It's
Z,
a Z
I'm
for
like,
you.
what are you trying to say to me?
Yeah. Why are you so angry about the
Power Rangers.
primary bad guy from Power Rangers?
Yeah.
That's always my question.
Zeus.
So Paradigm are like, they're just taking away the comfort picks of Dignitas, which they think they were the problem. So they get Zeus, they're probably going to give up 4.
Shout out to Dazer in the background there.
Khepri. Khepri probably.
Coach of Paradigm. Yep, Zhong Khepri. So back to the game 1 strat from Dignitas.
Yeah.
Although they won't have the Xing Chen. I think they need to put another, like, just Sobek, guys. Just pick another Guardian, slap him in the solo lane, and let Variety do similar
And
things.
Xaliea was the one that made Solobek a thing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was before it was a thing. Everyone's like, "What is he doing?" And everyone's like, "We don't know."
Well, I mean, he was the first player to, because I mean, Athena solo lane came about a bit before the Sobek solo lane,
Right.
and that was the Xalia's answer to Athena solo lanes was just take Sobek.
Yeah, just do
You want
what
to
she
shield
does,
wall
but
me?
more.
Like, great.
I have healing.
Yeah.
Like I will use it. Option to Paradigm.
Does
Khepri
Variety have a
Chaac.
tier?
Yeah,
I think
he does play tier.
Yeah, it's like one of his
comfort.
comforts. Yeah, so that wouldn't be too surprising here to see that out of him, to be honest with you.
Qvo did not have a very good game in Thor when we started this. However, Trixtank has had very good showings with Bacchus.
Paradigm back to their old ways here. Zeus, Thor, Bacchus. That's a lot of CC to pair with the big burst mage. God of
actually-
gods, king of kings.
It's actually 2013 right now.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
on one side. On the other side, it's totally 2015.
Oh, yeah. 2014, John Quay.
Oh, Khepri.
Yeah, Khepri brand new.
I
We've
think
had some good God releases this year.
Yeah, we had. This was a really good year
Yeah.
for the game. And what's great is I think it's because it's been a little bit more staggered,
Yeah.
right? We've had more time to like give Ratatoskr 75 moves.
Jeez.
You're so mad.
I'm not mad about Ratatoskr. I'm not at all mad.
Dude, I heard rumors that we were going to see Topaz this weekend.
Well, Pernicus is the only player that's going to play Ratatoskr in tournament.
Right,
I think.
and
he is.
Well, he's not out.
Well, they have another game to play. He'll
They
play
have
Rat there.
one game. Topaz Ratatoskr incoming. That's the stunned one.
Yeah, I mean, even the pros are like, yeah, Topaz, love that one.
It's the healing.
All right, which one is that? Oh, God.
Hunbots.
Bots. ISIS banned again.
4th ban.
Nobody trying to play this ISIS mid lane. Well, both LAwbster as well as Xaliea play this on the side of Paradigm.
So, if this isn't a Janus ban, this will be the first time that Janus gets through this set.
There's no reason to ban Janus here. They have a Zhonger, right? And Dignitas has not shown a proclivity to put Zhong into the solo.
We don't know.
I do know.
We don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
And it's going to
Jesus.
be Houyi.
Yeah, and again, another comfort pick. But Freya is available. Could very well be the pick for Dignitas.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's also, I think, for Paradigm, Sobek is a really good pick right here. Because one, you can throw the Zhong back, and when Khepri's gonna try and ult, you can tail whip him, you can like CC him being annoying.
Yeah.
And it fits their comp pretty well, because you have so much peel, and initiation. Bacchus can peel, he can also initiate. Sobek can peel, he can also initiate, and it's the same with 4. He does kind of does the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a pretty strong pick, I think.
Dignitas does have the final pick here in this draft, next to going to Paradigm here. Rom selected on the side of Dignitas for the Hunter Lane, not going to be that Freya.
So that changes things for me because it turns less from is Variety going to show up to does Ren got those, right? Like
Yeah.
that's it. Can he do the Ataraxia? Can he do the Snoopy? Can he put out that damage they need? Especially with no Khepri on the map, like he is the answer to Zeus here. He's got to get
Right.
all 3 of those shots off every single time.
Isolate him out of the fights, but at the same time, those
Chaac.
last-ditch Rom ultimates can be blown up by the Thor. It's a chalk for the soul lane. Xaliea doesn't look thrilled.
Yeah, I don't have any
Neither
analysis
does,
for this
neither does
Chaac.
Funball.
There's no CC that Chaac is going to put out that Zhong Quay is going to care about because if you silence him, when that ult starts, he's just going to ult and return. He's like, I could take 3 seconds of walking around the map too.
Yeah. Dignitas now with the final pick for the solo lane.
The idea of picking Chaac is probably you just want to silence Khepri. You just want to go on Khepri, silence him, make sure he can't get that revive off on Zhong. And then hopefully you're going to have a fit Xbalanque that can like just chunk through the Zhong. But it's probably not going to happen because he's going to be busy with Batz. And Bellona.
Remember her?
Yeah.
I do remember her. In fact, we were just talking about, like, where the hell is she?
Yeah, well, there she is. She's the 5th position. Or 5th pick, I'm sorry, if you're Dignitas, playing 3rd position. Chaac. Chaac's a weird one, right? Because, like, there's not very many silences in Smite. There's only one, what you would call kind of a target silence in the Isis.
Does that say Trig
Hades
money on
as
their
well.
shoulders?
It does.
That's hilarious.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't know.
Because there isn't any?
Whoa.
Rim shot.
Whoa. Anyway, well, I don't know. Trig money. Like, that's what I hear in my head when I read
Oh,
it.
like JP money, all I see is money?
Yeah. Oh, what a good day.
Love it.
And they're trying to win some money. I mean, they're one game away from winning much less money.
Yeah, but there's still 500 Gs on the line for this tournament, which is crazy.
Well, split between the regions.
Sure, it's 250. Okay, there's $250,000 on the line for Europe.
Yeah, there you go.
That's such. Yeah, they probably don't really care that much about the 250. Now, if it's 500, maybe.
But the lower stages, I mean, it's like 23 or 24 grand is what you win if you fall out of this bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 32 and a half, and then it's like 22 and 23. And it's really amazing that hi-rez is able to put up like $500,000.
Man, you're already on the
for
desk.
some
Calm
reason.
No, it's like, but realistically, I mean, to piggyback on that, right? I mean, it's not us. It is the viewers at home, right? I mean, that's all crowdsourced, coming from you guys buying those chests, right? I mean, that's where the money comes from. So, shout outs to you, the loyal viewer.
Twitch chat.
Twitch chat.
No.
You did it. You earned yourself a cool cat.
Yeah, get some cool cats.
You earned yourself a nice cool cat, guys. Turn R9K off and let's cool cat it up.
Bart said it. You must listen. He is your boss.
Yeah, whoever it is out there. Who's manning the chat? Cooper?
So you have 3 pots on the side of Paradigm, so they're going to be looking really aggressive with the
You.
probably they're going to have to
It's
get,
Invade Boys.
yeah.
Oh, so yeah. You think
could be-
Paradigm's going to the bag of tricks here, Millsy? You think they're going to show something a little
I mean,
more-
they have to, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's elimination.
Oh,
Oh, Qvofred, get the hell out of there.
no, they spotted
It's
it.
spotted out.
Yeah.
And look, they all have that Khepri.
Yeah.
That's 15%,
That's
man.
9. Is it?
No.
Look at that's
That's
9%.
9.
That's not 9%
9.
of the health. How much health does he
That's
have?
9.
No,
Why don't we just look at the Khepri ultimate? Or the Khepri passive?
he has 770
Does that
health,
work? I
and
can't
that's
mouse
covering
switch.
almost
Oh, yeah, there it is.
100.
Oh yeah,
No.
that's 9, right?
That's definitely 15.
Fact check.
That's 10.
We got wait, we can't hover over the
Where's
passive.
Pecky's?
Pecky's, how much is it? It's 15. In before it's 12 and I lose because Price is right.
I think it's 9, 3 per stack.
Somewhere, somehow, Flare Boot is just so upset right now.
Yeah.
One day production will hear us and tell us the answer to this question.
They're like going to the website, like, oh god, what is it?
I'm about to get Google out.
Chat's out there like,
By the way, that was perfect 18-second timing, but remember, they're doing double red pot here. It is mind-boggling to me that they didn't take the invade. Yes, Bellona is very hard to deal with, but Chaac and Thor?
yeah, Chuck, 10%.
It's
It's
10%.
Well, everyone's wrong.
I was 1% off.
No, you guys win, though.
Yeah, true.
Because Price is Right rules. You know Price is Right over there?
No.
The rules state that I lost.
Oh, cool.
In an obscure
Congratulations.
television show from the 70s, Brandon's lost.
What? It's still on?
It's Drew Carey now.
He's great.
not Bob
He is so excited when people win. He's a great and humble host.
You can
He was
just
better
see-
on Whose Line.
Dignitas, they're just respecting the Paradigm right now. The pots, they don't even contest the mid camps. They just go and do their own back camps. They're scared that they're gonna get invaded. I think that's a pretty good call, right? Because now they're gonna do the mid camps and they can just go and do their own back camps. Paradigm has nothing to invade, so at least they get some farm.
Oh, Xaliea. You have
Taylor
a red
getting smacked
pot.
around. This could be your first blood here.
That's
the
right,
slow
you
going
have
to
a
come
red
out.
pot.
Is going to be enough.
You got
Bludgeon
him.
over the top. Couple more hits going to do it. No! Just barely. Level 3 variety now proccing. Had he like killed one more minion, he had Scourge there and maybe could have dove the tower, but Chaac Diesel showing off that rain.
It's Healing Rain plus that potion. I mean, he's gaining like, what, 35 health a second? Somewhere in that neighborhood?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the heals that scale off of power. That's a very contentious point of Smite balance. I mean, you see some of the warriors like Tyr don't scale their heal at all, while others do. And yeah, when you look at anti-heal items like, say, Brawler's Beat Stick,
Oh, that-
Brawler's Beat Stick does not scale your anti-heal based on power. So it's healing is winning right now, I'd say.
Man, that'd be something, though.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Guys, I have 85% full Bastet. Let's go.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you might last on a Brawler's Beat Stick with all your transcendences. Maybe, why not?
ShadowNightmare took a little bit of poke there, But remember, I mean, LAwbster did invest into this potion pretty early on, comparatively to Zhong, who started out with that tiny trinket. What are you expecting out of the tiny trinket here? Is that another Pyth?
No. What he does, ShadowNightmare, is he buys it for some reason and then he sells it. I don't know.
Just lane sustain.
I like how he's
lane
like, for
sustain.
some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that 4%
I don't get it.
lifesteal.
We've talked a lot about it, and
It's 540 gold
you get
instead of like 1 potion, right? I mean, like that
Yeah.
4% lifesteal on your 100 damage is gonna be 4 at a time. Right? I mean, it's like
usually he sells it. Like he gets it in pretty much on any mate he plays, then he sells it, like 15 minutes in or something.
Damn, man. Variety is just getting the better as it. Ooh, greed, boys.
it's pretty reliable there. I mean, Torrent's gonna give you all that bonus protection, so unlikely.
Well,
to
and remember,
take too much.
Torrent gives you protection based on how many things you actually hit.
Up to 3. You get
Yeah,
3.
right there. I mean, he hit a fair amount, but
2
it's
minions and a god.
still- Is it 3? I thought it was 5.
Fall looks like
There's so many gods in this game.
I think it's 3.
I'm getting too old.
Can we take a look at Torrent, please?
No, no.
Chaac's number 2. Let's see
Oh,
how wrong Brandon is. Come on down.
Protection's 20. Oh, max 5.
Oh.
Hey.
Price
I
is
win
right.
both showcases.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
One day.
Yeah.
One day. In this.
one day.
You can come over. We'll marathon.
It's pretty important to note that Paradigm has 3 pots, and they're not even ahead. It's like it's literally dead even right now. So
Yeah.
it's a really big win for Dignitas. The start they did, where they didn't do mid camps, was pretty good.
By the way, this is something weird that we didn't talk about. I don't think anyone expected this to be as close as it is. You know, last year, Xaliea and Funballer left this Dignitas roster to join this super team of Paradigm, and
Yeah.
they kind of left ShadowNightmare and FrostiaK and FrezzOO kind of in the dust.
Yeah.
And now that squad that people consider pretty weak is up 2-1 in the set. So I mean, oh, Xaliea is going to be
Xalia's
first
dead.
blood.
Yeah, Rama and Victa, a couple smacks. Let's go to FrostiaK, probably a little better than the Bellona there. Kind of
Wow.
probably the target they would ideally want. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of this current Team Dignitas is some of the remnants of the old, super old Cloud9 squad. Variety coming from there. FrostiaK, FrezzOO, ShadowNightmare. ShadowNightmare, longtime Dignitas squad member. FrostiaK and FrezzOO, Victorious Secrets and Exposed Secrets and all those old
Mortality.
teams. And yeah, and eventually then Mortality and iRens. Where was iRens was that old
Mortality,
Cloud9 team as well, right?
Fnatic.
Huh?
They were Fnatic.
Whom?
Wasn't iRens was
iRens is
Qvofred, the old-
recently on Justice.
yeah, Justice, and then they got voted and became instead.
Yes.
Yep.
But I mean, those guys were on Fnatic last year.
Yeah.
That's just the Fnatic roster, which is like, you know, one of the biggest orgs in the world. Granted, they're still on Dig, which is like just as amazing.
Yeah.
But like, they had a superstar squad that was expected to win the tournament. They were first seed coming in. They
Yep.
wound up getting kind of handled.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, what you're getting at there, a little bit of a grudge match here. A
Yeah.
little bit of, similar to that, the Pain versus Pern debacle with Enemy and Cog, right? A little bit, not the exact same thing, not the captain removing 4 members of the team and picking up 4 new ones. Shout out to Pain. But it is a, you know, there is some, maybe a little bit of, maybe not bad blood, but I don't know, what's like a softer version of bad blood? Like medium blood? Yeah,
Bad
a little
air?
medium
I
blood
don't
there.
know.
There's a little boil every once in a while. It's good blood.
Just soft boil.
Yeah.
Soft boil blood.
Soft boiled blood. There you go.
But yeah, I mean, Team Dignitas not only leads, but they've taken away Xalia's red pot. We're over 5 minutes into the game, which means at this point all the pots have gone. So there is a missing 1,350 gold because none of those characters needed the red pot to start. Right? So it's 747 plus 13. This is a 2,000 gold lead. Wait, did FrostiaK buy a red pot to start? Because I guess you can.
No,
minus-
no, he didn't.
No, he has boots, bombas, I believe.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, then it's just like straight up 2,000 gold lead right now.
Yeah, not reflecting on the graphs what Brandon's getting out there. The value of those pots has not been determined. And would first play going to Dignitas there,
That was some quick.
taking away one of the pots outright, you know, and they've fallen off. So, yeah, a nice, comfortable lead for Dignitas here. Although, you know, you may not get that much in the heat of battle. Emil, I mean, how much are you really like looking at being like, okay, we're up 400 on the graph plus all the pots. I mean, are you really factoring that in, or are you just looking at that 400?
You look at the 400, and then you have in mind that then you press tab and you look at the builds.
Oh, I don't know about this, Quavo.
Don't do it. You don't got those.
Monkey beads it anyway.
And
Zhonger, dead.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
And that's a kill for Zhong. On a list of sentences you don't want to hear.
Bad decision making there.
Zhong, I mean, the problem wasn't even the fact that he shouldn't have done it to begin with. The problem was the fact that he was so off the
Was
mark.
Mjolnir's attunement on cooldown during that? Like, it must have been, because, like, why do you not just immediately hand it out?
Oh no, Trix is definitely tilting as well. He completely missed the belly flop. He's gonna teleport. He's got a kill here.
They're going to dive. Yeah, Hugbug's going to pull him back in. There comes the Zhong
Belly
ultimate.
flop's down. Belly flop down.
No belly flop, slow,
Slowed.
and doesn't matter because of the ghost.
Wow.
We're going to run him down anyway, and you had the flank coming around the side from Bellona. Chaac and Thor are going to try to make something out of nothing here and just salvage this early game, but 4 early kills are Dignitas, and they have Paradigm on the ropes.
Man, I've known Trixtank for years now, and I'll tell you, every time that this guy either wins or loses a LAN, he almost has the same attitude. He's like, oh, well, we did great, or oh, we didn't do too well, but it's fine, right? He's just happy to be wherever he is, but it doesn't look like that right now. I think this is starting to take a toll on him, like the misplays and the team maybe not communicating as much. Honestly,
Well, the team has a very similar kind of path as the current Fnatic squad, right? I mean, like, just never able to really turn the corner and get the wins when they really matter, right? Big-time online showings, and then come to LAN and they get beat by teams that, by all rights, they should not be getting beat by.
we went into Worlds thinking SK was going to win last year. The current Fnatic roster was going to win Worlds, and they took 4th.
That's right.
Granted, that was after they beat Red too, in the best of 1.
Yeah.
They won that. Everyone and all the fans were surprised. The analysts were like, "No, man, that's correct." And then like they just lost, and we're just like, "Wow."
Yeah, and that's been the ongoing conversation now through this entire season. Is Fnatic looked so strong last year, but how strong is
Friday's
Epsilon
completely
really?
stuck here.
Yeah.
This will be a kill.
That's going to be a return kill from Paradigm here. Rama and Victor over the wall. The stun's there. The double tap as well, but didn't pour to it. They're going to leave that one out for Xaliea. And
But
now FrostiaK, don't get belly flopped. What
So
are you doing out there?
I think the issue here is that, FrostiaK was here, but that was a 4-man rotation. FrezzOO should have rotated to the Gold Fury immediately, and I have no idea what ShadowNightmare's doing.
ShadowNightmare's just like, hey, look, I got an ultimate, dude. Let's rock.
He's going to go in. FrostiaK has his ultimate available, too. This could be a really big turnaround. Qvofred's out of position. He's carded. Oh, but that
Zeus
Zeus
ultimate,
ult.
though, is big deal. Detonate already went out. Trixtank, last ghost, not going to be enough to kill. Should come over the walls. FrostiaK, this should be an easy kill for him. He now notices it. Going to blink, actually, for that. Nice blink there, not to use the leap. He may have to go back out.
He got those?
All 3. Yes, he does. iRens, that's going to be a huge morale boost for the Dignitas
Where
side.
the hell did he come from?
Yeah, what happened in the last, 10 weeks of competition, Renz? Is he playing on a laptop or something? Like, what the hell's going on?
Where did he come from? How did he get over there?
Yeah, that was like from the Gold Fury, basically.
Yeah, everyone, stop coming to the solo lane. You're making me mad. It's the solo lane. Gold Fury's up.
It's my island.
Emilzy, don't go over there. It's not for you. It's not for you. It's not. It's only for the solo laners.
Yeah, just do gold when the enemy support is there.
Yes. See, that's what I was kind of alluding to before. Like, ShadowNightmare, FrezzOO, and they had Rens nearby. Like, was Funballer alone going to make that defense? I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Another Xbalanque. There's no way. He could have made them a bit scared with his ult, but he's not gonna steal it.
But I mean, either way, I think that worked out just fine. Zhong
Yeah.
winds up 3 kills. But something that happened in that fight that I think maybe is maybe not an advanced technique by any means, but something a lot of players might not know is when you're abducted, not only can you auto attack, but you can turn.
Yeah.
Which is like Zeus is like, okay, and he just like turned to Zhong and killed him while he's being abducted.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm going down, taking you with me. It was a good play by Khepri, right? FrezzOO made the right play.
Uh-oh.
Thor going forward again.
Yeah, he should be able to pick up... No, he's on the wrong side of the map to try to pick up a kill onto the Funbots. Instead, he's going to spend some mana.
Qvofred is actually lower level than FrezzOO here, so...
Yeah, no way. Yeah, Khepri's like, oh,
My shield, that takes me 25 seconds to get back. Oh,
15
we
seconds.
nerfed it from 3% to 2%. That's why.
Sure. Yeah, whatever you say, Brandon.
No, come on. It's 5 stack.
Yeah, you knew. Uh-huh.
By the way, did we go through this? Did you hear Ratatoskers defend middle lane? Or
No, I didn't listen
Ragnatosker?
to it yesterday.
Oh, it's the greatest. Uh-oh. LAwbster out of position here.
He's dead. There's too many ghosts. Like, he's already dead to ghosts here.
Wow, and a lot of the damage is done. FrezzOO gets taken out as well. Didn't get a chance to ult himself there. Trixtank kind of alone. Belly flop's going to get him out, but he's slowed. He's exercised, not stunned. Oh, yes, stunned. Eagles
Yeah, stunned.
rally.
Eagles rally and a triple for FrostiaK.
Oh, Humbots.
And what we were calling for, that FrostiaK looking anemic in game 1, it has been excellent since.
I'm sorry, FrostiaK looking anemic in Season 2
Yeah.
is looking like a god right now. Rens doesn't get up into the air, and FrostiaK decides that his 6-0 bounty is not worth the risk to go in, and I think that's the correct decision. He's going to move out there with the speed buff and maybe spend some of that gold. Paradigm has a chance to answer with a Gold Fury. If they tank this perfectly, they'll get it, and I'm very surprised they're not taking the opportunity.
Again, story of Dignitas here, with all these early kills still not translating into a big gold advantage, only a couple thousand separating the teams.
Yeah, but it's 6 kills, so 6 times 300, which is the average. It's about 17 to 1800. That's actually pretty normal. Last time,
Right,
it was
no,
like
right, but that's about, they're only getting the kill bounties, right?
Right,
They're
right,
not capitalizing off of it. And that was, now granted, they did win the last game that was the case, They were able to transition that into a pretty big lead. But, well, it looks like the analysts may have been right. We are going to get a 3-1, perhaps.
Emilzy, you make the call real quick. Are we going to see FrezzOO build that Steel Mail into a Midgardian, or is that going to be Sov?
It's gonna be Midgardian again.
Yeah, you can't say Sov now.
No, it's not happening. There's Xaliea. He's gonna try and beyond him. He's getting Midgardian. He even got it on Ares. There's no way he's not getting it this game.
I think that's the most important point of the analysis, is that he did it on a god that benefits greatly.
Yeah, of Sov.
12 minutes in, Gold Fury still standing. Neither team making a major play for it. Team Dignitas does not want to throw this away. By the way, we should go back and say, yes, they're only 1,700 ahead, but those potions were bought and wasted.
Sure, yeah, it's still about 3K with the potions.
Feeling it, though. Feeling it constantly. Variety just hitting those bludgeons every single time. He starts to rotate. I think he's going to double back, though. He has full teleport, and I think that's really important because if he gets the wave pushed here and just immediately rotates, there's no way for Chaac to get over there and then get back and defend his lane. Right now, Variety can force a really big play, and I think he should.
Humbot's going to leap away from that Bacchus Belch of the gods. No one gets stunned out there. But nice ward coverage from Dignitas nonetheless to kind of see that one coming in. Just over 13.5 minutes now.
By the way, FrezzOO has been level 10 for like the hottest of all minutes. He just hit level 11 now. He lost a lot of farm time in that last engagement, and as a result, kind of gave some of his lead over Trixtank away.
Yeah, kind of. I think maybe his farm just slowed down to a normal Guardian's pace there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, as you recall, he was a level ahead of Qvo just about 3-4 minutes ago.
But does that matter though when you have FrostiaK that's 6-0,
Nope.
and you have Qvofred that's 0-3?
I mean, yeah,
1.6 gold.
I'm sorry, is that a 1,700 difference in gold?
Yeah, it's absurd.
And when it's assassin to assassin, you're going to feel that.
Yeah, well, Hunbots is going to have crit, and Thor's going to be like, I want a defensive item real quick. Like, that's all he can do, right? Thor doesn't have a steroidal item he can build into right here. I mean, sure, I guess you could build like Shifter Shield and just like lose the game, but
It's not an item.
He's also button damage for.
Yeah, he's about 110 damage down for below the Bacchus, who has had very little to do this game aside from intoxicate for a kill.
Well, you know, we kept on asking, who is Dignitas going to have all 5 members show up in the same game? Can Variety, iRens, and FrostiaK all keep it together? FrezzOO and ShadowNightmare have been pretty consistent, I'd say, this split. And this is a game, I'd say FrostiaK has played okay to middling so far in this set, and this is the game where he's just really turned it on. And luckily for him, iRens also performing at a very high level in this one. In fact, the whole team looks to be doing pretty well through the first 15 minutes here.
Oh, they have such good control here, and there's so many Khepri shields that are activated as well. This is a good chance for them to bait the Gold Fury fight. I would like to see, you can actually see Funballer trying to work his way in, Trixtank trying to find a way in as well. Card going to go down, decent damage onto Funballer. I don't think too much is going to be wasted.
It's just annoying mostly. Now, Emil, let me ask you this. Do you think that Paradigm has put themselves basically in the same position that you saw out of in your set? Basically, where should Paradigm have pulled something a little more spicy out earlier here instead of trying to get through this first round playing all these normal picks?
I think so. I think they should have used a strat. Like, rather use one of your strats than not use any at all. And that's kind of the story of this game. This is what they played in the 3 of the games. They played the Zeus, the Thor, the Bacchus.
Zeus, Thor, Bacchus, and Chaac.
And Shiba. It's like pretty much the same comp.
Dude, Variety is like really trying to be on my good side. I mean, that's what it is, because he realizes how far ahead he is of Xaliea, so he starts going into magical defense because he knows the Zeus is going to be the issue. That is some really forward thinking, man. And that's hard to do.
Oh, he's not really worried about just a Jotun's Wrath Chaac at this point, right? I mean, he's got power boots.
Even Qvo, right? From the jungle, if they fully commit, there's kill potential there, but he's like, I'm going to teleport. And actually, he's going to teleport now. He's backing, he's going right to that gold.
Did you see that Rens was just not hitting the Gold Fury there?
Yeah.
Just waiting. And there it is. The Zhong ultimate. Popped off right with the Humbot's ultimate. That's going to secure the Gold Fury and a retreat, it looks like. However, Xbalanque is going to come out. The Hug Bug is there. FrezzOO. Great initiation. Dignitas does secure the Gold Fury with Rama Invicta. The steroid is there as well for the defense. Silence comes out from Xaliea. It's going to hit one. ShadowNightmare in a lot of trouble. Down he will go to Funballer, giving a stack of power to that Xbalanque on the backside. A second kill for Funballer and a kill for LAwbster. It's 3-0. Thor really quite low. Qvofred, he's going to be forced out of this fight, but 4 members of Paradigm now able to make their way up the left side.
The biggest part of that was that they were so scared to lose the Gold Fury that Variety ulted to confirm it, and I think that's the reason they wound up dying there. Without that Eagles Rally confirmation on the stun, they had no follow-up potential, and Zeus, as you can see, walked into that fight cleanly and walked out the same. They're going to wind up not only losing the amount of gold they lost for the Gold Fury, but they're going to lose much more in terms of experience.
Not to mention now 3 stacks for Xbalanque. They're on that passive bonus, 15 power going into that tower. They're able to
Yeah.
take down 2 really quickly. Variety trying to make the trade on the right side, but it's just not going to be in time. He'll shove a couple waves in perhaps, but not going to be able to take that tower nice and early. There should be a maybe a port picked up by Chaac here. He may just run back
Paradigm
to the
has the
lane.
lead now. I mean, it's a 300 gold difference for Dignitas, but let's go to the graphs. The experience is going to show you it's spiked way up in their favor. And now Qvofred, who is pretty far behind, has shrunk the difference to about 2 levels. And that Thor CC is going to wind up starting to be super relevant.
Yeah. Also, that last fight, a pretty important thing was that there was a bit of a miscommunication. You had the Rama going into the air.
Right.
And right before he went into the air, you had FrezzOO holding him because your
Yeah.
Skadi was died. Right behind FrezzOO, like literally right
ShadowNightmare.
behind him, ShadowNightmare died. Like, he could have gotten ShadowNightmare out, maybe he would have died as well, but I think holding the Rama there was also a pretty big point of why they lost that engagement.
Qvo stunning him out.
Yeah, Qvofred can't swing with Variety right now.
There's no way.
Bellona's just too resilient. Bludgeon does too much damage.
Trixtank facing off against 3-4 now as the rotations begin to come over.
So it's safe to call this the iRens build here?
Yeah.
He's gone forward on all 3 of his hunters.
I like it. I mean, why aren't we seeing more Aussie? I mean, he's giving up some of the soul.
some power.
Whoa, they're going right for this. I mean, the tower is almost dead, but I think they're investing a lot here. I think this is Paradigm's opportunity to start winning this game, because at this point, if Dignitas keeps trying to rush this tower down to get that gold difference back, the misplays are going to happen.
Yeah, let's take a listen to the comms here, actually. I think it's going to be, let's listen to Dignitas here as they're deep into the Paradigm jungle looking for picks.
Yeah,
That's his ulti.
okay.
I got his speed.
He's gonna. Yeah, he's disengaging. We can
I
fight.
can force Zeus speeds. I can force Zeus speed.
Yeah.
Zeus.
Back out, back out. That's Zeus ult, that's fine.
Yeah, they use so much.
Tower.
We lost tower.
We can
They're gonna keep chasing. They're gonna chase and go in. Frosty,
Frosty low.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, I'm going to get the wave,
get the wave.
kill these creeps quick. I'm gonna back in TP. I have an item finished.
Okay. I have no blink, but I have ulti.
Thor and just ult down, guys. So we should fight.
I'm gonna TP behind the
Where's
Bacchus.
Xbalanque? Where's Xbalanque? Where's Xbalanque?
Missing.
No, back out then.
No. Bacchus. Poke him for
Thor
now.
is here, Thor is here.
The
Okay.
ulti is down.
Bacchus is
Just
dotted.
wait for my shot again.
Those on the-
Bacchus is
those
so
on the
low.
red.
He's so poked.
Where's Xbalanque, man?
Yeah.
Missing still. I'm on tower.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
he's here,
fine.
we found him.
And he
Okay,
beats
back
down.
up,
4
reset.
beats down, right?
We need to group
I
because
don't know if
Xbalanque
he...
is fed.
I think he just ulted.
This is a bad fight, man.
Let me heal.
Oh, we need to get Harry
They're
out.
gonna go Harry.
Harry, yeah.
Harry.
I have my ult. if needed.
Harry's fine.
Check turn behind. Just disengage.
Do we just
There's
back
nothing
out?
to do here.
Okay, back out then.
Yeah.
I'm backing for Executioner.
They might go for the tower, guys. So we can't really back.
If they go for the tower, then we can kill them.
Yeah, they're gonna go.
Rens
They're
will
gonna
go
go.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be there for the fight.
What? We're gonna get tower. Fuzzy, leave tower. It's one.
Chaac's
HP.
coming in. Oh, okay. They warded.
Where are they now?
Around blue.
Secure speed.
Thor is still so far behind.
Like I want to engage, but
Well, a big thing there that I think stood out to us is Dignitas. So calm.
Yeah, super collected. They never really panic. It's just like Frosty, you're too far.
Are they going to
Frosty's
kill
like,
Harry?
okay.
No, they're not going to kill Harry. Okay, good.
But Paradigm answers back well throughout the last couple of minutes. Even though they're down 3 kills, they're still in a really good spot. They're ahead in experience. The gold is all but even at this point with about 200 separating, not even. With Gold Fury coming up, I assume it's going to be majorly contested.
Yeah, indeed. And you're also gonna have Xbalanque. He's just really excelling right now. He has 3 kills.
And you heard that in the
15
comms, right?
Yeah,
As well.
yeah.
Like, they're like, where is Xbalanque?
Yeah, where's Shiba?
They got to be careful because at this point, he has Executioner online, he has Ninja Tabby, Transcendence is there as well. There's a ton of damage right now on the side of Funballer, so they have to be very wary. iRens has a decent amount of damage himself, but a lot of it is going to be coming from the sky. They want to try to bait Rens into a bad situation.
Also, no way he wins the trade versus Xbalanque right now. With the 3 kills, that bonus 15 power, Transcendence, Executioner, even with the Life Seal, right? He just doesn't win that trade anymore. And that's kind of what this build should excel at, right?
Well, I mean, he does still have his steroid.
He has his steroid and he has his penetration.
Which is really important. Not to mention Astral Arrows slow while attacking, meaning he has the ability to outbox by strafing.
Rising Jaguar?
What? Right, exactly. He would have to use his only escape to be able to do it, whereas Rolling Assault is kind of like, I don't need to try to cripple you.
But you also he's gonna have soul leaders. He's gonna have that extra health and some
That's true.
protections. Not that it matters a bit, and he's gonna do a bit more damage.
And
with
the
that.
base HP of the levels. I mean, he's a couple
Yeah.
levels ahead as well. So, at least for right now, Rens cannot box Funballer. And you should see him kind of aggressing into Rens when possible.
And talking of levels, also Funballer is the first one to hit level 20, just trying to pull the gold.
I mean, those 3 kills definitely helped out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, strange. I thought FrostiaK would be higher than level 16 with a 604 score that we've been looking at for quite some time.
A couple of mystical males coming out on the side of Male of Renewals coming out for Paradigm.
Dude, they're all called male and they're all OP. Like, I feel you, man.
And no second actives purchased for Paradigm yet.
Not yet. They need him, though. Heavenly Agility would do wonders here.
Yeah, that's really the main one I'm looking at. Like, why no Heavenly?
That card could wind up throwing someone deep into the back line and keeping them there for a while.
Well, Deathbringer is done there for FrostiaK. Hasn't really gotten much more online after picking it up.
Real greedy going for more damage, though. I thought he would go into Male of Renewal or Spirit Robe, like Wing Blade, something.
ShadowNightmare gets stunned down on the front line. Backside, there's going to be a Hunbot's ultimate. They're trying to stall this out for the Gold Fear, as you mentioned, is going to be a big point of contention.
They got
down
him.
will go FrostiaK. LAwbster going to die to Variety. Silenced out. Variety not going to close the distance. Detonate coming soon. Here comes a Thor stun as well. Can't close the distance. Variety maybe bit off more than he can chew, but here's the Khepri ultimate. He's deep in there. He's not going to die just yet. Rom goes up in the sky. Variety. Khepri ultimate down. Funballer credited with a 4th kill now, and he's slowed. They're going to try. Here's the boxing match, and Rens is getting the better of Funballer with that steroid. Xaliea in the meantime finds ShadowNightmare. Knocked up is Rens. Rens going to fall here as well. Going to try to take down Funballer in the meantime. Doesn't matter. Credited to Fred. It's a 4-0 trade. Paradigm comes back and takes control of game number 4.
The FrostiaK curse continues. The 6-0-4 score that we've been looking at since the 12-minute mark turns into a 6-1 as his team was unable to get anything off. He gets soloed down by a chase from Qvofred, who finally shows up. And as a result, Paradigm not only takes the lead, but will find the first major objective of the game, taking down the Fire Giant.
Also, like, just so wrong about that Rens versus Xbalanque. He destroyed Shiba. Granted, I think he probably found a crit. He had a short sword going in. No, not a short. He had a hidden dagger going into that fight. Yeah. He must have crit him at least twice there.
Rolled that 5% die.
Yeah. He hit a couple of 5%ers, I think.
Like that, hit that 20 on the mark.
Nothing like it.
12 to 11, though. You know, it doesn't seem like it should be as separate as it is. But Dignitas has not been getting the same, I would say, efficiency out of their kills. You know, you talked about it before. A 7,800 experience difference starts to show up a bit more. The supports are even, but you see the Hunter still 2 levels down. Mid lane 2 levels down. Qvofred's now even when he was 4 levels down before. And Xaliea has taken the lead over Variety. Those Male of Renewals, man, that one proc.
Yeah.
That's all they needed. And with no healer on this team, they don't have enough reason to buy a weakening curse.
Maybe this item should only be able to proc once off of a death.
That's why I'm questioning that you don't even go for a Hardward Amulet or Pestilence. You actually see Verity is going for Bulwark, and you have Khepri, who's Freshly going for Stone of Gaia.
Yeah.
You don't really you take the items that helps yourself, not really that helps your team and helps the team fighting, and that's
it's hurting them.
Yeah, it's hurting them definitely.
There's no auras on that team at all, actually.
Yeah.
Is there?
I don't think Freshly lacks auras.
I don't think there's a single aura on the entire squad. Whereas on the other side, you have at least 2.
You have Shell, you have Heavenly, you have Hardward, you have Soft, you have Soul Eater.
Oh yeah, Soul Eater's there as well, so they have 3.
Not 3, plus the actives.
Plus the actives. That was no.
Yeah. Fuck.
No, I mean, the shell factor's in pretty heavily there, I think.
Well, they have one that's just level 2.
A couple of Heavenlies going to be coming out as well.
Speaking of Heavenlies, yeah.
Zhong are moving forward. That's going to be, should be enough ghosts to kill LAwbster.
I don't know.
Here. No, not enough. Zeus too quick.
Wait, there's 2 more.
Ren shows up big, though.
Oh, they got those this time. 2 big members fall now. Xaliea, 3-man silence, going to be strong here. FrezzOO out of position, unable to use his ultimate, and they're going to chase this one down. Xaliea finding another kill. Variety's low.
Bacchus burp and Intoxicate on the backside did so much there. Xaliea finds the double. There's a knock up on Rens. One more in-hand should do it. Ren starting to lifesteal, but the Bacchus burp still affecting him. Not going to allow him to lifesteal fully. Xbalanque, 1 more kill for him. That's going to be a great one to credit to Funballer. What's that now? His 6th or his 5th kill?
Are they not going to Fire Giant?
They got FG.
They have it.
Oh, they have it. Why do they have it?
I mean, they could go there and just like say what's up.
Like, I can't believe that they have it. My mind forgot that happened already. This is going to be at least a Phoenix. I mean, it's looking like more than that. I think they can go for 2.
9 seconds for FrezzOO.
Funball, please.
17 for ShadowNightmare. Maybe just 1. And
I think
maybe
they
tier
got
2
another.
here.
FrezzOO doesn't have a lot here. Yeah, go for the tier 2.
Yeah, they can get the tier 2. I think a big point of Dignitas losing that engagement, you saw Verity actually like kind of ult himself. He missed his ult really badly for chasing the Zeus. Zeus was dead anyway if he would have kept that for when they turned on them. That probably would have been a completely different fight.
That and FrezzOO should have ulted anything.
Yeah.
Instead of just letting himself get silenced and hoping for the best. Like, the dice roll was not in his favor there, and as a result, his team winds up falling. I mean, that was also, by the way, despite the fact that Paradigm won that fight, I mean, the MVP of that fight still to me was iRens. Like, that was incredible.
Yeah.
He outboxed for a long time. He got the kill in the back line. They helped kill Thor as well, and then he fought 3 people by himself with fair success considering the odds. Like, that is not the iRens we saw in Split 2, and it's really great to see that instead of getting nervous at lands, he's showing up big time.
He also hit 2 big snipes out of his ultimate there.
Yeah,
one to help
to kill
secure
the
the Zeus, and one to help secure the kill onto Thor.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But Paradigm comes up big time. 9K, almost 10K in the lead, finding the first Phoenix of the game as well. Fire Giant going to fall in about 15
How did this one get away from
seconds.
Dignitas so quickly?
They're
They had a
just-
really large.
It's 2 times
advantage.
Khepri hasn't ulted.
To me, it again just
Or at
comes
least the
down
right
to
target.
Dignitas unable to effectively maximize what they can do after finding picks. I mean,
Yeah.
they were heading kills and just only were up 1,000, 1,500 gold.
Look at Funball 509 right now. Xbalanque top damage at 16,100.
Yeah, bonus 25 as well on top of that.
He's got that rage online.
Knock
Now.
him to Variety, Axe over the top as well. Variety down to about 3/4 HP. Frezzy
Ult.
looks like he's
Ult.
dead. He's dead indeed. Stunned out. No life for you. He'll be back in 40 seconds with an ultimate though, Brandon.
Which is probably the cooldown at this point too.
Yeah, indeed.
This
Here
is-
comes the siege.
Yeah, they're going to get this one for free. Funball smart to tank up the first one, give his frontliners a little bit of room. He's actually taking it up as a result of the bolas, but that's 2 Phoenixes down with Fire Giant coming up in 20. Paradigm knows it, and they're going to rush it down.
Yeah, away they go back to it's that Fire Giant. They're going to go set up shop over there. Maybe pick up a couple of camps here. Yeah, they'll take the orange on the way.
Speed buff.
Orange buff. It's less syllables. They're going to leave it on the ground just to let them know.
Or for Qvo.
Nah, just let them know.
So, I mean, do they make the steal here? Do they go for it?
The stronger fault. Yes, I think they need to contest this. If they don't, it's gonna be.
Can they make it
Yeah.
through this frontline zone? Let's go take a look at the fight here. Bacchus is going to find that knock up on a Variety, getting Variety down to half HP as well, and they're going to be fully zoned from this Fire Giant. Funballer rising Jaguaring away from that knock up, trying to heal up. Fire Giant does reduce your healing, but Fire Giant buff active. Golden Hand up over 2K, one would imagine with all of them falling back. Yep. Well over 1,000 for everybody there. Thor
And,
holding his 2K.
Yeah, he already has Titan's Bane. He has enough, actually, to finish up that Brawler's Beat Stick as well, or Crusher, depending on what he's going into. Either way, it's going to be a fair power spike. And remember, he actually still has his Bumpa's Mask as well, so he should be able to finish up that Mace into whatever he wants, plus a full active. This is going to put a huge amount of pressure, though, on Qvofred, because he's getting a huge power spike, and he's got to be able to play it perfectly.
What is he going to get? Yeah, sells the Bumbas and goes for just a bit of protection there.
That's questionable.
What is that going to be?
I mean, it just doesn't really matter. I mean, it should have been like a weakening curse or something similar, enfeebling, right? Like anything.
Yeah. Girdle of Might.
Blink, like whatever. Just get something.
Girdle of Might.
I'm always down for Girdle of Support.
Yeah.
Always down. Girdle of Inner Power Bacchus is Bay. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
tough.
just kill people.
So what do they do here, Emil Z? I mean, they have the defense. 2 Phoenixes are down. 1's up. How are they defending this?
They cross their fingers.
They need to push up the lanes really hard, and then they cross their fingers. They hope that they can get the better fight. They need to look to take one fight. They can't take extended fights if their big ults gets down, or because they also of the FG healing.
I don't know about all this.
Funballer,
They
ultimate
got
used by
Funball
Zhong as well. He's
speeds.
going to move forward. Funballer isolated here. Variety off the mark with that ultimate. Trying to fight, but in comes the initiation on the backside. Qvofred erases iRens, and
That's it.
is probably the game there.
Yeah.
Yeah, without iRens, there's very little hope. Xbalanque is going to tear through everybody. That's fine. Take it back to Khepri. It's an easier fight over there anyway. ShadowNightmare to fall to Xaliea. There it is indeed. Xaliea credit with a double now in this one. And this is the Chaac playing out how he expected it to. There's the the 4th kill. There's just a lonely Hunbots FrostiaK with the big K.
They already got a Phoenix down. They're going to do a small amount of damage walking through this one, and it looks like Paradigm is going to force the 5th game.
Well,
I didn't expect this.
no one expected the 3-2, I don't think.
5 games.
Oh, Trixtank.
Maybe. FrostiaK. He beats for damage. No, okay. No.
No, it's not going to happen. Not today, not now, not never. Paradigm.
Dignitas.
Still not looking too thrilled with that performance.
Well, I mean, they've got to be kind of excited. A 6-0-4 Hunbots with a 1,700 gold lead and 4 levels somehow let Qvofred back into that game. And I think that the mood is going to turn very sharply on the side of Dignitas because that wasn't a loss, that was a throw.
Yeah, that's right. Well, they had that big advantage, and then things just kind of fell apart slowly but surely. And again, it all just kind of starts and ends for me with their ability to secure really mostly bonus experience off of those early game kills.
What do you think, man?
They Dignitas, they had a lead. They had the no pots like early game. They got all of the pots running out. They had a really big lead. They didn't push their leads though. What you want to do, if you have that lead, you just want to push it. But they waited too long and tried maybe to stall out for the Zhong, Khepri late game, later stages. But then you just have Xbalanque that just completely took over the game.
And that's what he did. I mean, Funballer had just run it over in the mid game. He got 3
One kill
kills.
into a double. It gave him 15 power, and then it pretty much all fell apart there.
I mean,
But
that was rough.
that was game 4. Game 5 on its way. The elimination game for Dignitas versus Paradigm. Let's hear what the analysts have to say about it, guys. Break it down for us before we come back for the final game today.
So we're going on to game 5, guys. Did you guys expect this to happen?
No, I did not expect a 5-game series. I thought this was going to be a clean sweep, honestly, for Paradigm, but it's looking like they're making slow and steady comebacks.
Yeah, it looked like Dignitas had that game earlier, or the one that we just saw. So what happened?
So there was 2 instances for Paradigm that allowed them to come back to the game. One part was where Dignitas at the 16.5-minute mark, they forced Gold Fury, they got it, but then they lost 3 people, and 2 of those kills were to the Xbalanque. And then another part was around the 23-minute mark where the Hunbats and the Bellona tried to all in the Zeus. They weren't successful. Qvofred did a good job chasing the Hunbats, killed them, and then came back and got peel for the Zeus, which was most important to survive.
But I noticed Qvofred has had such low damage in almost all of these games. Why is that, Adonis?
I don't think Qvofred has been playing the best set yet. This is probably one of the worst sets I've ever seen from Qvo, and I think that's the main reason that we're seeing in Game 5 so far, is that FrostiaK has really been the better jungler overall. Outside of, everyone's had their own mistakes, I'd say, every single player in this match, but right now Qvofred, he really came online in the second half of the game, and I think it all really turned for him in that play where LAwbster was getting dove and Qvo was able to chase out FrostiaK from that and then return back with a huge Thor ultimate, stunning out Variety, who was also diving onto LAwbster. And then after that, it just seemed that Dignitas were a little bit hesitant and scared, and I think Emilzy kind of said it best, where they had their early lead, but they didn't push their lead hard enough. They played passively. They allowed Paradigm to really get back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, FrostiaK played a really good Hunbats, but like you were saying earlier, there was a point where they were going for Gold Fury, and he jumped in and like ulted to zone them out, but by the time they all got back and actually took the Gold Fury, Paradigm was able to just kill them with everything because they wasted all of their abilities. When is it a good time to secure Gold Fury while the enemy team is there, but you also need to be careful?
Well, see, in that situation, if you need to secure Gold Fury, you have an Omas ultimate that zones everyone trying to get in. As an example, Bacchus jumping in would get instantly CC'd as he would jump into the Gold Fury pit. Granted, they would walk towards the objective. Now, in that situation, it felt like Dignitas were a little bit over protective of the objective. They engaged with Omas ultimate and Zhong trying to force the enemy away, and then that gave them the go to rush in, go for a steal or go for picks, which they did actually.
I think the biggest thing is that the Gold Fury wasn't low enough before they did that.
I think we have the game right here actually going on. Something that I think is really interesting, I know that we keep talking about and the casters keep talking about, is iRens double lifesteal. And although they didn't win that last game, he's been doing really well. I almost want to apologize because I said that he was like the weaker player of that team, but he definitely seems to be showing up.
Yeah, we saw a different style compared to last game for iRens. This time, he wasn't able to get those early kills that he needed to kind of transition that mid-game power spike with the double lifesteal. And another factor was the fact that the Funballer got those 2 kills. He was at 3 stacks after that Gold Fury clip that we just saw, and that allowed the build not necessarily to really shine as it did from last game.
How has Funballer been doing these games, especially that last game?
I mean, I think Funballer was the big key for Paradigm in this game because, honestly, Paradigm, like we were talking about it looked like Paradigm were on tilt about 7 minutes into that game. Like they lost 3 players in the mid lane. They were losing their tier 2 tower. LAwbster instantly bought Beats 3 after getting dove from one. He got hit by 1 stun. He's like, I'm buying Beats 3 at 7 minutes. And then Funballer and Xaliea end up coming back, and I think 2v4ing, picking up 3 kills. And I really think Funball got Paradigm mentally back into this set because they seemed done. Like they were like the players were making so many mistakes in the early game, but that triple kill evened it up and really slowed down Dignitas' pressure. And that's also where Dig kind of took the foot off the gas after they lost a couple kills.
Well, Xaliea got a triple kill as well. I mean, this team has just been, like you said, they definitely seemed to be on tilt in the early game, and then they just came through later on. How can Dignitas not let that happen? It seems like early game, Dignitas has almost had it every single game. How do they keep going from that early game to that late game?
Well, see, I think this one game, they barely squeezed that victory out of Dignitas. Dignitas for the first part half of the game were definitely like on the upper hand. They got picks nonstop. We saw it. They were on tilt on the side of Paradigm. They were making mistakes, silly mistakes that got them picks nonstop. And then eventually they got that one play on Qvofred where they picked up the momentum back. And as you mentioned, Funballer, one of these fights, his position was so good. He got so much damage in without him being touched at all. And then we've seen him sweeping over later on in these games, carrying his team and getting the victory. So I think in the next upcoming set, it's going to be really hard for Dignitas to not shift that momentum and not have Paradigm keep it for themselves, because right now they're into that last final game. They need to win. If they don't, it's done. They're not going to Worlds.
If I'm Dignitas, I'm not looking at that game too negatively. I'm looking like, okay, we kind of threw the Gold Fury and then the mid lane team fight. We're going to do the same exact thing that we did. We're just going to play a little bit more carefully. We're not going to, like, obviously all die after a Gold Fury, and we're going to make the correct decisions for any objective.
But it feels like in the mid to late game, they were just so disconnected from each other. There was so often where 2 people would be in, like, the solo lane and then 3 were in the jungle and they weren't together. And that's so important, having that team together, especially when the enemy team has Fire Giant buff. Adonis, how can they stop getting zoned out and separated like that?
I think it appears that Dignitas really suffers when they're on their back foot. It seems their teamwork kind of falls apart when they're even with the enemy team or ahead. They work really well as a team, rotating in and out, protecting one another. But once they get behind, it's a little bit rougher for them. Specifically, that last team fight, they chased at their own Phoenix. They chased way too deep. They popped Heavenly. Their team got completely split up. Paradigm perfectly disengaged. Once Heavenly was down, they re-engaged to pick off the key members of Dignitas.
All right, guys. Well, we get our first game 5, and we're going to see how that turns out. Let's go to the casters right now.